What's up, Jackson James? This is your girl, Jane of all trades, and today we got a conversation coming from our ladies today. So here recently, I've had a lot of females ask me, can we do a small segment on why men do not communicate? So I thought to myself, hey, this should be easy, being that, I'm around men most of the time, just within my profession. Most men are in it. So it's like, cool, we can do that. So now, when I ask these women, what type of men are you actually speaking of that are not communicating? It was a mix of things. Someone's like, oh, well, white men, black men, Hispanic men. Okay, so it's not just a thing to where it's one race that doesn't know how to communicate. You're saying the whole entire male species do not know how to communicate, okay? So I had to sit back and I had to think about it. The biggest thing is, as a woman, I was born a woman. So as far as being a man, I don't know how to be a man. I don't really understand why men do not talk or do not express themselves as we would like for them to. But then I sat there last night and I thought long and hard about the situation. I said, you know what? I'll go ahead and get my thoughts on it, okay? So hear me out. Men, if you're watching this, make sure you guys not only subscribe, because it says the majority of my followers are women, but men, make sure you subscribe, but also leave a comment, because again, as females, we really don't understand a lot of things. And I try to find, a common ground between men and women to help connect the two, to help our women and men out. So with that being said, this is my theory on why men do not express themselves. Okay? So I feel like growing up, when you first have a baby, it's so many milestones that we get excited about, okay? So first, when our baby learned how to hold his head up, oh, my baby's neck getting stronger. Then all of a sudden our baby starts to learn those motor skills. So, they start babbling on, they're touching things, they're feeling things. Okay, so they're getting their feel in this world. So then life goes on. Now your baby, he's starting to crawl. So we're excited for little Junior. He's crawling, okay? Then your baby starts mumbling things, and those mumbles then turn into words later on, okay? But then they go through this, what we call the terrible twos. And that's where children are definitely learning how to talk. Their words are now sentences, and they can express themselves. So terrible twos is not only acting out, but they're expressing themselves. So that may be crying, that may be screaming, that may be saying, I don't want to do that, or I don't want to eat pancakes today, or, I want to go to the park, or I don't like that ball. I like this color. They're learning how to express themselves. But the issue at that point in time is he's a boy. So at this point in time, this is where women, we start to treat our sons a little bit different. So if we have a girl, it's cute. We want to teach our daughters, the color pink. This is for girls. The color blue, it is for boys. Even though it shouldn't be like that, the point is these are things that we have put into our children, okay? So just follow me on this, okay? Just hear me out. So with that being said, now as this son of ours is growing up, he's been pushed more into sports, okay? So if you ever pay attention to sports, it's a lot of contact with each other, but it's not really a lot of words. When someone's playing basketball, you don't really see them out there having a conversation. If you look at people on a golf course, you don't really see them having a conversation. If you look at people on a football field, you don't really see them having a conversation. What they learn how to do is talk junk to each other. You say something crazy to the other team. Oh, yeah, we're going to win this game, or, fuck y'all, whatever. You're really talking junk. That's really what men learn how to do at an early age. They learn how to basically talk down on somebody else. So at this point in time, the sports that we're putting our children in, or our sons in, it's not really teaching them teamwork to work together. It's teaching them how to put down another team versus saying, you know what, let's have a good game, may the best man win. Keeping it simple, okay? So now we got through that stage. So now they playing sports all the way through, elementary, middle school, high school. So now they become an adult. So now that your son has grown up, the one thing we have not put in front of our son's face is a woman that he's attracted to. So now when he's speaking to her, he doesn't know how to speak to her. And I get it. Everybody gonna be like, oh, I teach my son to be a gentleman. I teach him. Well, you might teach him to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. You might say, son, you don't hit women. You might say, son, be polite when a woman is around. But technically, if he's doing all of these things, he still has not learned how to have a conversation. How many times are you sitting there saying, like me, every day when my children get in the car, the first thing I ask is, how was your day at school? I start with my son on purpose every day. You know why? Because I want him to truly express to me and his sisters how his day went, what he liked about it, what he hated about it, what do he feel like he could have done differently, okay? So that's the conversation that we have every day. And I always allow him to lead the conversation because I want him to understand men should lead the household. So therefore, even when we're coming into the house, I'm a mother first, but guess what my son does? He is the first person to walk in the door. He's only 7. He walks in the door, and the first thing he's doing is looking for anything that's out of place before me and his sisters walk in the door, because he's learning how to be a protector, okay? So it's certain things we have to teach them as they are growing up. I noticed that when I'm in the kitchen, my son is the first person to come in the kitchen. And he doesn't care if I'm washing dishes or if I'm at the stove. He's wanting to learn. So me, I used to say, nah, get away from the stove. I don't want you to get burnt. Now I'm more open to, okay, well, come watch what I'm doing. I even give him a spoon sometimes, or I give him a measuring cup, and I let him measure things out and put it together, because not only do I want my son to know how to lead the household, I want him to be able to give his wife one day, hey, baby, I'm glad you cook dinner every day, and I appreciate that, but let me cook dinner tonight. You relax. Let me rub your feet. So these are things that I am teaching my son. Now, as far as on his dad's side of it, his dad is always what I call the rough one, okay? So he's out there playing ball with him in the yard, He said every time he hear him express himself, I hear this. Boy, shut up. You sounded like a punk. Hey, don't bring that punk shit over here. The moment my son go to crying, man, shut that shit up. Wipe your face. And he's a great dad. Don't get me wrong, but he's teaching him the harder side of being a man. And so often our men get the hard side of being a man because we have so many women who are not having those conversations with their sons growing up. They're more so acting like the father and the mother. So since they're playing both roles, they feel like I have to teach them how to be a man. So they teach their son that hard side. So the moment their son go in the store and he see, a pink shirt, even though it's a masculine shirt, you ain't putting on that pink shirt. Boy, I'll knock your ass silly, Tell them, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody want to hear that. Go dry your face. We get so defensive. We get so defensive that we don't know how to relate to our children. And me, I'm one of those ones, I may cuss a lot on camera, but I don't really cuss my children. I love to mess with them, don't get me wrong, but I don't really cuss my children out. I actually like to hear what my children have to say, and I give them the option of expressing themselves because I don't want them to become adults that don't know how to communicate. So, back to it. Our sons, our men, these grown men who are not communicating, okay? So now they're in a situation to where they're grown. They're like women, a beautiful woman such as myself. We give our number out like, hey, give me a call. Hence, give me a call, okay? The issue is he's not calling. It's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Like, dang, what's wrong with him? He's not calling because he don't know what to say. He hasn't been taught how to have a real conversation. He doesn't even know how to lead a conversation because every time as a child growing up, he went to go express himself or have some type of conversation, he was always told to stop acting like a little punk. Stop acting like a little bitch. Man, shut your ass up. Quit crying. Put your chest up. Or stick your chest out. However y'all men say it. But you know what I'm saying. You get it, right? Point is, they learn that early on not to communicate. So therefore, as adults, they still don't know how to communicate. Where we trained our daughters, oh, come here, baby, give me a hug. Oh, who hurt your feelings? But you're not doing that for your sons. So now he's grown. He don't have these feelings that you want him to have because he grew up not having to understand feelings because he was always told to suck it up. So now when you send that text message, good morning, baby, how's your day? And he texts you back some simple stuff like, it's good. It's good? Like, what's good about it? What's going on? because we have learned how to communicate. So we're very interested in seeing what's so good about his day. We want to be happy for him and us. You know, what's going on with his day? But he's only responding with it's good or it's all right, I'm chilling, I'm cool, I'm at work. Oh, okay, well, how's work going? Shit. What? It's all right. What? And then you get mad. And then it goes in like even further when you want to go on a date. So you hitting him up and you're like, "Yo, like, let's go to the movies this weekend." And he's sitting there like, "Movies? Yeah, I can get that, you know what I'm saying, on Netflix or whatever. Shit, the bootleg man got that on down the street. I can get that on Fire Stick, whatever." They don't even want to go to the movies because they don't want to interact with people, because their whole life when they were playing sports and they were talking junk on the field to each other, now you're out in the real world with people. You can't just sit there and tell them may the best man win. You're at the movie theater. Who's going to win? You're watching a movie. It's Ticketmaster. He takes your money. He gives you a ticket. You hand it to the next guy. You go sit down. You're quiet. You look at the movie. You laugh. You giggle. You hug. You go home at the end of the night. You do whatever you do. You know? They don't really get that side of it. Not saying men don't want to go to movies, but these women are telling me, you know, I still like flowers. I tell you, let me tell you, I usually have a fresh thing of flowers on my table every week. So like I tell people, you give people flowers while they're alive. But who do you really know other than, you know, me, who really cares to get flowers every week? Okay? The average man growing up, his mama or his grandma or his auntie, nobody bought her flowers, so he don't really understand that you want flowers because he never seen a woman get flowers. Unless it was a funeral or a wedding or, you know, something like that. Anniversary, maybe. But, so he's not used to seeing nice flowers, fresh flowers on the table every week. So you can't get upset when it's Valentine's Day or Mother's Day or whatever, and this is the only time you may or may not see something from this person, because most men growing up usually see things like that during the holidays. So they feel like, shoot, as long as I got you something on Valentine's Day, your birthday, and Christmas, you know, you're good. I don't really got to get her nothing else. So women, I don't necessarily think it's the fact of why men don't know how to communicate. It's more so, how are we going to communicate with our men to make him understand what we are asking for, okay? Most men that I know are really just across the board flat, like you tell them and in return they give you, okay? So me, if I am a woman and I want to go out on a date Friday, I'm probably not going to sit there and say, baby, I want to go on a date Friday. More than likely, because well, here's what happened. Friday will come, you said you want to go on a date, but guess what you didn't say? You didn't tell them where you wanted to go, what you had in mind, what time you were thinking about. So the moment Friday get here and you don't get that message about, oh, okay, well, you know, what's up, what we got going on for tonight, and you're upset because he haven't made all these extravagant plans, you know, learn how to communicate what you want. It's simple as that. I hear so many times where women are like, oh, well, he didn't, you know, or hold on. They'll sit there and say, well, I talked to him. He told me I sound stupid because I didn't tell him what I wanted. And then I'm looking at them like, you do sound stupid because you didn't tell him what you wanted, you know? He clearly asked you, what did you want? And you, I don't know, be creative. Be creative to him is listen. Well, we can chill on the couch, or I'm gonna go out here and holler at my boys because that's what he wanted to do anyway. He's tired. He done worked all week. He ain't want to see you. He go home to you every night. We can go hang out and see a fresh face maybe. But that's not the point. The point is he don't know what type of plans to make because you have already said you just want to hang out Friday night. What is hanging out? Learn how to communicate what you are wanting. So, women, as an example, if you want to go on a date Friday night, just go to your man and be like, baby, how about Friday night, you know, I don't know, we go to Top Golf, okay? I would really like to go to Top Golf Friday night. Or, you know what? The Martin Lit as Fuck tour is in town this weekend. How about we grab tickets and go? That way, at least he understands that, okay, this is what she wants to do. Because you can be wanting to go to the Martin Lawrence show, and he's probably thinking about, oh, well, we just gonna go to Chili's and grab something to eat. And then you mad because all your friends and they man and everybody else is at the show, and you sitting there at Chili's with a $5 margarita. You know? So, the issue is, we got to start young. And I always say this. Like I said, this is a refresher for some. and it's new for others. But you have to start young when it comes down to your babies, okay? Start these men out young, learning how to express themselves. Quit talking down on them, tell them that they're punks if they sit there and tell you how they feel, because now you're mad when he's an adult and he doesn't know. Women, just straight out to the point. Tell him where you want to go. Tell him what you want to do. Tell him anything that you want to have done. Lay it out in writing. Make sure he understands this is what you are expecting. A man cannot read your mind. He don't know that you like good morning texts because you don't never text him in the morning. Because you're too busy waiting on him to text you. It's okay to initiate the text as long as he responds. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys for watching. Please like, share, leave a comment, because this is one that we all seem to be struggling on. But I truly appreciate you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe. It says 65% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. Guys, make sure you definitely subscribe to my channel, okay? Make sure you share it, because I appreciate that. But I definitely appreciate you all for watching today. And with that being said, it's been a pleasure. Y'all have a great rest of your day.